Hello, everyone. I'm excited to bring you Thriving Pets Through Nutrition, Episode 2. I'm covering autoimmune disease in two German Shepherds. Autoimmune disease is when the immune system of the body is attacking itself, and it's also a term used for a broad range of illnesses. It's not known for sure what causes these diseases, but some veterinarians believe it's brought on by yearly vaccinations, some medications that are used to treat infections, or being predisposed, which German Shepherds are. It's very hard to treat, and for a lot of dogs, it means euthanasia. I felt this was so important to help get the word out because it's manageable through biologically appropriate diets and naturally occurring supplements that are bioavailable to the body. And that just simply means that the dog's body recognizes it and uses it. As we look at both Max and Reicher, they have different forms of the disease with different symptoms, but the outcome after special food and supplement protocols are the same. I was able to reverse the symptoms without the use of harsh medications. So here we go along the journey of Max and Reicher. My German Shepherd Max had anal fistulas for 5 years. None of the medications prescribed healed the sores or alleviated the pain they caused around his butt. He would constantly lick them, which made them spread and bleed. I decided to take more courses in food therapy and learn more about the disease. I was able to put food and natural supplements together that would work towards healing of the sores and building a stronger immunity. I do a balanced raw diet, CBD oil, a blend of saffron mushrooms, raw goat's milk, and only offer dehydrated organs for treats. Max's symptoms of the painful sores took almost a year to see them disappear, but he stopped licking the area after a few months. He was in less pain and more comfortable once we got the sores to close up. Today we have a healthy German Shepherd that's living his best life with his siblings and his humans. My friend Riker had a rare autoimmune diagnosis that comes with the loss of toenails as the symptom. This disease caused all 4 paws to lose all their toenails after becoming cracked and brittle. This leaves the quicks to be exposed, which would have Riker constantly licking them. The pain was so severe he had trouble walking. I sat down with his pet parents to talk about Riker's life, his disease, and the last year of proper food and supplements that has saved his life. So this is Riker. Riker is 7.5 years old. He's a German Shepherd with an autoimmune disease that we're going to talk about today. So meet Mike and Lori, Riker's parents, the pet parents that are helping him live his best life, even with an autoimmune disease. So tell me about Riker as a puppy.
He was a pain.
He was a pain?
He was a pain.
He was a pain, man.
A lot of energy?
Yeah.
A lot of energy and stubbornness.
Stubbornness.
Attitude. He has got attitude.
Yeah, he does have attitude. If he doesn't want to do it, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that right now.
He will verbally let you know he does not want to do it.
But
Did you put him through any kind of training classes when he was a puppy?
yes,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately?
he
Because
was. Go ahead.
he was more outgoing towards people and other animals. When we took him to the doggy boot camp, which we researched the place, and we sat there in their parking lot a couple times to watch, but he became withdrawn. And towards the end, we noticed when he saw the trainer, he would shake. So we stopped it right then and there. So
Yeah.
I don't think they hurt him, but it was too aggressive of a training for him as a puppy.
So he became very leery of new people.
Okay.
So he didn't. Once after we brought him home from that. Before that, we gave him to people to hold him as a puppy and introduced him to other dogs and everything. And when he came back from there, then he didn't want anything to do with people.
Yeah.
Other than us. You get used to him. We come in and we introduce you, play toys. Then he'll be your friend. But he's just very, very leery.
Very leery of people.
So
So how old was Riker when you moved here to Prescott, Arizona?
He's gonna be 8. We've been here 3 years, so he was 5.
So he was 5 when you guys moved here.
Yeah.
And so when you moved here, he was hesitant of people,
mm-hmm.
didn't like to even go to strange places.
Nope.
Because we know when you came to Prescott's Paws and Claws, he did not even like to come through the front door.
Nope.
Nope. And when he got through the front door,
Yeah, all
he
he wanted
wanted to
was
go
out.
back out through the front door.
And he actually shook the first couple of times.
He was shaking the whole time. He wouldn't even walk in the store. Never mind get a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to do that was not easy either.
Now he goes in the store. He always wants out of the store, but he goes in
But
the
he goes
store and visits.
He even lays down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's relaxed when he goes
He's
in.
relaxed.
Had his,
He doesn't shake during his baths anymore.
Nope.
had his picture with Santa.
Got his picture with Santa. He gives us kisses in the store now.
Yes.
Yep. So he's improved a lot.
Sandy comes over and takes him for a walk. So
Yes. yes. He has no choice.
Yep.
He has to walk the store.
he goes through. So yeah,
Yep.
with your guys' help, he's become more relaxed in the store. I won't say it hasn't really changed so much as he's still leery of people.
Yes.
And we are too. I mean, I know nothing about animals, so to prevent anything, I just, no, you don't pet my dog, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because he will reach out and touch you.
Yes.
It's not friendly.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. But he's a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in February of last year, you noticed some things going on.
We noticed him limping a little bit more. And one day we left for about 2 hours, came home, and he wouldn't even stand up on his feet. He wouldn't put any weight on some of the back feet. And so we were looking at each other. Did we go to the vet? Did we go to the emergency room? Did we go? Did we not go? Kind of wondering. And we decided to take him. So we went over there and they looked around in his feet and really couldn't find anything. They weren't sure. But they saw some little sores, so they gave us some antibiotics to give him. And then we followed up with our vet, who researched it a little bit more.
So then you got testing done.
Yep, we followed up with our vet, who did some biopsies of his pads of his feet, his paws, and the nails. And it basically came back that he had an uncommon autoimmune disease, which affects the nails and the quick of their paws. The nails will actually fall off, exposing the quick, deforming the nails as they grow back, and then the nails separate from the bottom of the pads. So it gets a little pussy, and so it becomes it's very painful when they can't walk. He got to a point where he couldn't walk anymore. Just barely. When we'd go out, it was just slow and steady, and when he was done, we would just turn around and come right back. We didn't go for the long walks anymore. Couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it.
So what was suggested moving forward with the nails falling out, feet in the position they were, with his newly diagnosed autoimmune, what was suggested?
There is no cure for it, but they said we could manage it with antibiotics and steroids. And we just weren't comfortable with that.
No, we didn't want to give him the steroids.
So we went to Prescott Paws and Claws, talked with Sandy, that would be you, and asked you to research it a little bit, and you did. And you came back with a new diet for him, or things to add to his diet, which would be, we have the vitamin E, we have the mushrooms for all the oils and the aminos in it, we have the CBD, the sardines, 2 different types of mushrooms, the super shrooms and the mushroom melodies. And then this gets added into his food, which is already a partially raw diet: carrots, beet, green beans, pumpkin. So he gets all of that mixed in, and he gets it every day. And
Leading up to the autoimmune disease, what was he fed?
he was fed mostly kibble diet.
Yep.
With
Dry.
yeah,
Oh no.
we started adding the water a little while ago.
Yeah.
Sandy told us to add the water.
Before that, so most of his life, say leading up to this, he was on a couple different kibble diets and they were dry, or was he on the same kibble diet all of his life and then changed over?
Same kibble diet all of his life, Royal Canin for shepherds.
Okay.
And
And it was dry?
yes.
Yes. Hey,
always
no.
dry.
He's eating my boot.
Yes.
Which we can show this. Look at him eating my boot. So was he vaccinated as a puppy?
Yes.
Was he vaccinated yearly?
Yes.
Okay. Any medications? Was he on any medications leading up to this?
No.
No.
He's
Okay.
always been very healthy.
Okay. Did you guys see any, doing some research into this, did you guys see any links to what could cause the autoimmune besides him being a German Shepherd? Because we do know that they are predisposed to having an autoimmune disease. But did you see any other links that could link him to getting the symptoms of the autoimmune?
Not that I know of.
No?
No.
Okay. So we're always looking into why and doing more research into what is causing these diseases in these animals. And, we always hear they're predisposed. Well, why? And what leads us to that? So those are some things that we look at. So we don't know all the answers for autoimmune, and we don't know exactly why Reicher had these symptoms and developed this disease. But what we do know is how we can move forward with it, which is what you guys chose to do when you came to me and we talked about a meal plan. So we kind of did a protocol that I have found successful because I've had my own German Shepherd with the autoimmune disease, Max, who will also be included in this video. And so we've learned a lot. I have done a lot of studies, a lot of classes, a lot of research into autoimmune disease. And I wanted to do that so that I could treat these German Shepherds that are having these autoimmune issues. So since we did this protocol with you guys and you've done the food that we discussed, what did you see next? How long did it take before you started seeing nail regrowth? Did you see a personality change in him? Did he start feeling better? Or did you, how long before you started seeing the changes in him and him walking? How long before you got to take the socks off? So tell me a little bit about that.
Right after he got diagnosed, he was, I wouldn't call it lethargic, but, we were very conscious of walking him and his feet. I'd say it was about 2 months, 3 months that we started to walk him again with the mile or better walks.
And he did wear booties, rough out booties.
Yeah, he wore
at
rough
that
out
time.
booties.
Not the Argyle socks; those were for in the house.
But we put the Argyles on him right after he got diagnosed.
This is what's going on. Trying to talk.
Right after he got diagnosed to keep him from chewing on his and licking. He was just licking his feet raw. So we put the socks on him, and it prevented him from, eating his feet. And those lasted about 2 months. And then we noticed that we could leave the socks off for a short amount of time, and he wouldn't eat his feet.
Did he have toenails at this point?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't notice any toenail growth till about the 6-month period.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when the toenails would come in, everything was hollow, so you could not trim his nails anymore
There was
because
nothing left in
it was
them.
too painful for him because the quick was all exposed.
Mm-hmm.
So
They were still split and, ugly looking. At about the 3-month, he started, the separation of the nail and the pad stopped. So, then at 6 months, he started growing his toenails back and the quick started filling up. We could see the quick filling up. Whereas now, I think there's only one toenail that isn't all the way, the quick doesn't come all the way to the end of the toenail.
but the rest does, and I can trim his nails again now. I can trim his nails and we can walk him.
It's excellent.
And then we can handle his feet without him yelping, when he didn't like him being touched. Plus, he doesn't eat them anymore. So that was the thing that's crazy, because at night you just hear him all night long, lapping on it, licking his feet.
Yeah, because it was very painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he had to wear the socks for so long.
Yeah. So it took about 6 months for him to grow his nails back, and so then did he kind of return to normal?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he had more energy. He was playing. He goes on walks better. He can walk without limping.
3-4 mile walks.
Yep.
Loves to play with his toy. The bottoms, they're still a little weak. Sometimes they'll always be a little bit weak, so he
Brilliant.
can't, spin and turn on the pavers as much, or they will split, and then we have to be mellow for a day or two. But nothing like, as you can see, he just wants to play.
Yeah.
And then with your food diet, you know, as up until he was 5 years old. Up until then, he would eat when he wanted to eat. He wasn't excited about eating. Now he runs around. You know, he walks around the island when we're getting ready to feed him. He'll bark at us when we're not moving fast enough. So with the diet, your diet, he's become, you know, way more food oriented. Before he wasn't. You can put it down, sniff it, and he'll walk away.
And it's good bonding time between humans and their animals to feed them when they're, you know, the dog's excited to eat, you know, and you guys are preparing it for him. And it's just great times. It's great bonding times for them.
It's just nice to have a dog that, you know, wants to eat.
Right.
Know, where he eats it all. He doesn't leave anything in the bowl.
As we learned at mealtime tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in fact, if it's past his feeding time, he will take that bowl and chuck it.
He'll flip it over.
Very good.
He's letting you know.
Yes, he is.
He's letting you know it is my feeding time, and somebody better get off their duff and do it.
Before we changed his diet, before he was diagnosed, did he like to eat before, or did he just kind of hesitate? Did he eat at all?
When we first came up here, when he was on the Royal Canine, no, he didn't like to eat. And then we switched over to the Nulo, and it was mostly pretty just the raw kibble, and we'd throw, if we had, you know, some chicken and stuff in it, which
some
he
boiled
liked.
chicken.
But he was never he would eat it, but never enthusiastic. He didn't like it, you know, so we were having a hard time keeping weight on him. So by adding everything else, which is healthier for him anyway, he's...
Yeah, and that was your diet plan. Now he maintains about an 80
his weight.
to 82 pounds. Whereas before we could barely get him to 70, you know, to 80. He was about 77. Most of the time he's 75.
And he's a very healthy boy.
Yes,
Yes.
His skin and coat is good. It's very soft. Some German Shepherds can have a very coarse hair, dry skin, those things. But
nothing wrong with his skin is beautiful.
It's good. He's right now with the weather, you know, just like us.
Itchy.
He's a little itchy. But no, it's made a huge difference as far as his whole life, actually. Not only what he eats, how he eats, when he wants to eat, but just his overall personality.
And you don't see any gut issues. There's no diarrhea, vomiting, any of those kinds of issues.
Every now and then he'll get an upset tummy,
Yes.
but that's common for shepherds.
Well, he used to get them all the time in
Yeah.
San Diego, where he would go every day. He would want to go out and eat grass, and now he goes for long periods of time, and then we grow grass for him in a little thing, so that he can eat that when he doesn't feel good. But yeah, it goes a long time now.
Yeah, few and far between.
It's good. So basically, we got Reicher to living his best life, which was our goal. And he still has autoimmune disease that is not curable, but it's treatable.
It's treatable.
And that's the important message that we're trying to get across to everybody, is that it's not a hopeless case when our German Shepherds get an autoimmune disease.
And he's not on steroids, and he's not on antibiotics.
Yeah, no medicines. It's all
natural.
food-based.
Food-based, right.
Which is
No
great for
synthetics,
us.
no, yeah.
Plus, it's fantastic for him because he's way more healthy.
Yeah.
Eating what he's eating now.
So we believe, food is medicine. And it's shown in these animals that have these horrible diseases that sometimes the food that they're eating contributes to their diseases, if it's not the right food. So biologically appropriate foods are the reason why we can treat these ailments that are not curable.
And we love the German Shepherd breed.
Oh.
He is our third German Shepherd. We lost our first one at 10 years old to degenerative myelopathy. We lost our second one at 10
cancer.
years old to cancer.
7.
Was he 7?
He was 7.
Yeah. And so, shepherds have issues. So it's just learning what they are.
But
How to deal with it.
the breed is fantastic.
Yes.
And we just love the breed.
Look at that boy. Such a handsome boy.
Yes, and each one of them have a distinct personality about
And we
them.
love them all.
I know. This one here he's a little more, a little more lovable towards us. The others were, okay, yeah, you're here. But this guy here wants to be around us.
And he loves to play with his little
Oh,
stuffies.
he's got a toy box full of toys.
Well, thank you for letting me interview
Thank
you,
you.
and so we can share this across as many people as we can get to, so that we can let people know that food's important and we shouldn't give up on these animals just because they get ailments that even aren't curable. We can maintain with the proper diets.
Yep, manage him, make his life a whole lot more comfortable and better, that's for sure.
Yeah. And we're going to say goodbye to Riker. Look at this boy. I wanted to give a shout out to the power of medicinal mushrooms. There's a blend that we use in a powder form that have the benefits of cancer-fighting properties to shrink or prevent growth, antioxidants that protect against free radical damage, eye health, reduces inflammation, essential nutrients that are known to reduce heart disease, prebiotics, which are soluble fiber that ferment in the colon, vitamins and minerals that come from whole food sources that provide essential nutrients versus synthetics that aren't as bioavailable to the body. They support the immune system because 90% of the immune system is found in the gut. So it's important to feed immune building foods, and they can spare healthy cells while fighting cancer cells. These are all very important functions when fighting an autoimmune disease. As mentioned for both Max and Reicher, they receive CBD that reduces pain, restores balance to the body, reduces the amount of autoimmune attacks, which then reduces the cell damage from those attacks. This is a natural way to manage autoimmune diseases. I believe when fed the biologically appropriate diet for a carnivore, we supply the body with the tools to heal itself. Riker has his nails back and no longer has to live with pain. Max no longer has anal fissulas or the pain associated with it. Both dogs are thriving in life instead of barely living. If you need help or have questions, please reach out. And thank you all for supporting my channel as I am on this amazing journey for our pets to live their best life.